the smoking weed, I can get that full force, that full energy. You want that full energy back. Sometimes you gotta take blood pill breaks. But I had to focus on self improvement, get some stuff going on, travel a little bit. But we back here. We back here again, and I wanted to break down, not necessarily break down MGTOW, but say why MGTOW is important for men today. And when I talk about MGTOW, people think, first of all, MGTOW is not about women. All right, it's about men going their own way, and that can mean a multitude of things. You can be married and be MGTOW. You can be single and be MGTOW. You can get girls and be MGTOW. You cannot get girls and be MGTOW. You can be being a MGTOW is how shout out to Mr. Goodbread for shout out to Mr. Goodbread for get for not it's from the Bible, but Mr. Goodbread likes to promote this verse. Um, we'll put it up real quick. Mr. Goodbread likes to promote this verse, Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. And that's being MGTOW. Don't conform to the ways of the world. The reason why men are weak today is because we could then conform to the ways of this world, and especially to these modern women. These modern women, for some reason, these modern women don't like God. They hate God. They love the devil. They do all this extra shit. They break away from nature and think they're better. They think they create life. Come on, man. And unfortunately, a lot of men are falling for this trap. Honestly, this is why this whole red pill thing is this, because men didn't know this information. Men didn't know this information. So now men are going wilding out. There's still a lot of weak men, but there's still men wilding out because they now got the red pill rage or whatnot. But again, MGTOW is not about women. It's about you as a man going your own way. You don't even have to listen to me for being MGTOW. You don't have to listen to Mr. Goodbread. You don't have to listen to Coach Greg Adams or anybody else who's a MGTOW channel. You don't have to listen to them to go MGTOW. You could go your own. Again, you're going your own way. If you don't like this red pill, if you don't like being MGTOW, you're still MGTOW by doing your own thing. But focusing on your purpose. That's a main precedent. That's a main draw line when being a MGTOW. You're focused on your purpose. You may not listen to me when it comes to working on yourself, but you're on your purpose no matter what. Again, like I said, being MGTOW is not about following a group. It's not about being red pill. It's not about women slapping women or whatever. It's none of that. It's none of that. It's about going your own way. And why it's good for men is because it works on, first of all, our emotional intelligence. Because a lot of men, when you weren't MGTOW, when you weren't MGPill, when you would get rejected, obviously you'd be mad, depressed, and all this other stuff. But when you get an understanding about modern women, first of all, and then you get an understanding about yourself, that's when you start winning. When you start self improving, you start winning. You start making your own moves. And let me tell you, first of all, let me show you the post that kind of made me start talking about this. Shout out to the obedient wife. Usually, the obedient wife, I agree with her on her Instagram, but this was a bad take, and unfortunately, she didn't leave in the comment open, so I couldn't leave no comment. So I wanted to make this video. Let's go over this post real quick. Red pill, incel, and MGTOW, etc. men scream about women body count because they can't accept the fact that they are not the sort of men who deserve a relationship marriage with a woman whose body count is zero. No woman would ever be attracted to a man like that. Such women desire stable, masculine, virtuous men. Incels, red pill, MGTOW men are unstable, ugly, and embarrassing. Do not fall into such company, gentlemen. All right, I'm gonna have to break this down. First of all, I said this many times. I don't call men incels because incels is a female term. An incel, if y'all know the history of incel, it came from a woman who was not getting sex from men. So she called herself incel. She she called herself incel because she wasn't getting no play from men. Then men gravitated to her, gravitated to her. And then she ended up becoming a lesbian. So this whole incel thing came from a lesbian in the first place. It's just that more men understood what she was going through because most men don't get sex like that. Now, like I said, the red pill and MGTOW were for men that didn't know female nature or that were getting played by female nature and were mad, especially the red pill. Red pill guys usually do come from men who are mad. They were married, they were played, they got divorced, they got cheated on, they found out the child's not theirs. So yeah, they might have a reason for being a little bit angry. And this red pill community was the best place to express that anger. This is what a lot of women don't even realize. Men don't have no quote unquote safe spaces. Even therapy is not good for men. The only time a man is it gets better is if he's talking to other men. Like if I was talking to my boys and I have frustration with women, I'm gonna be talking to my boys. They're gonna have a foresight, and they're gonna know what I'm thinking about. So men congregating, coming together, it could be what's it called, fresh and fit. Kevin Samuels or whoever. Pick name your pick. It was good for men to come congregate. You can say those guys are weirdos or whatever, but it was good for men to come congregate and vent their frustrations of modern women and have a safe space to talk about it without being ridiculed. Now, some men did get not ridiculed, but some get corrected if they went a little too far off. But again, they still needed a vent. It'd be better for them to vent and you know what they're thinking now than when them, what I'm saying, being what's his name, Elliot Rogers. I mean, well, Elliot Rogers, he did do videos, but nobody cared. Nobody cared. He had no congregation. Now, we already went through the make time man or whatever. Now you're talking about screaming body count. Now, the reason why we talk about body count, and again, there's research. Again, when we talk about this stuff, there's research. There's research to back it up. Yes, some men might be saying some stuff from observation, but there's research to back it up. The reason why we talk about body count is because we know that women, the more bodies that they have, statistically speaking, the most likely the women is going to divorce the man. And there's other reasons as well. Men um, need sexual fidelity because we're trying to make sure that our offspring is our own. Women with the high body count, they have no discernment. It doesn't matter if you wife them up. It doesn't matter if you are six figures, high value man. It doesn't matter. None of that. A woman with the high body count, she does not know how to control herself. It happens every time. It doesn't matter if you think your girl is a good girl. It doesn't matter if she was faithful 5 years into your 10-year marriage. It takes one time for her to step out. These women with high body counts, they know that the men they messing with not gonna just go ahead and tell the side dude's not gonna just go ahead and tell the husband. How many stories have we had when the side dude is laughing at the man's face, man raising his child, don't even know he's being a good man, don't even know it. Women with high body counts, they do not have no self-control. And that's with anything, but mostly when it comes to other men. They're gonna try and gaslight you all while they're sleeping around with other men. So, with that being said, a lot of times when women with high body counts, they don't have no self control. Guess what can happen? This is why men get mad at women for cheating. Um, you could get pregnant. That's the biggest thing. And what men do not want to do is raise another man's child. And I don't know why that's so hard for women to understand that. Why is it so hard to get that women that men do not want to raise another man's child? One's because women don't do the investment that men do, and there's no reward for it. For women, at least you can say single mothers work hard too, but at least they have a child to fall back on. You feel me? If I was to raise a child that's not mine, what the hell do I have? I'm raising a child that's not mine. My wife's cheating on me. What the hell do I have? At the end of the day, I have nothing. I'm gonna be alone and lose all my money. Now, she tried to say that those sort of men are not the men that deserve relationships and marriage. I agree with her on that. Those men don't deserve relationship or marriage. They have to earn relationships and marriage. There's no deserving nothing. I hate when people try to say, I deserve, I deserve. You don't deserve anything in this world. You have to work for it, you earn it. I can personally say, I deserve me a good wife. No, but I don't deserve nothing. I have to earn that stuff. So that's the only part I probably agree that say you don't deserve. But let me tell you one thing. She can say that red pill MGTOW men don't, have the right to have a relationship or whatever. But these women literally go online and say they don't want men that are weak. They don't pretty much say they don't want blue pill men. Blue pill men are weak. They're not assertive. They're not masculine. They don't have no ambition, no goals. Red pill MGTOW men, they're the ones that usually have goals. They're the ones that usually are by chilling. I can't tell you how many times I've attracted women to just being by myself and chilling and not doing anything. I've attracted more women just standing at my desk at work than I did as a blue pill simp going around asking how this girl's feeling or me crying on the girl's shoulders and telling her how I feel. These women, the reason why this red pill and MGTOW exists is because we before we learned the opposite of women. We would listen to what women said. Oh, women want a good guy, a good man to treat him like a princess, to take him out on dates, to open the doors. All the while, these modern women are sleeping with men that abuse them, men that make them single mothers. And yes, and they get pregnant. That's the main thing. Men who want to get married and all that, they want sex. A lot of women use sex as an advantage. Men are tired of that. We're tired of taking a woman out, doing all this extra stuff, putting all this effort for a woman that's not even going to reciprocate the effort back. And even if we get married, she could lock it up. And then you're sitting here depressed, like, damn, I want to have sex with my wife, and I can't step out because if I step out, when I step out, I lose everything. I lose my wife and kids. Now, again, those are the true incels. I did a video on this before. So when she talking about incel, to me, she talking about married men and incels. They say with a woman whose body count is 0, no good woman would ever be attracted to a man like that. False. That's false. Again, she want to say that these red pill MGTOW men are angry. Yes, they can be angry. We got the red pill rage. We done said this before. But most women who are feminine usually date men like a man who's a red pill because those men are usually traditional. Usually, they're the ones that pay for the dates. They're the ones that open the doors. They're the ones that do the masculine things. So they're trying to say, everybody tried a man like that. Such women desire stable, masculine, virtuous men. And yes, those are red pill MGTOW guys. I can't really say the same for incels because those men, they're kind of beta-ish. But MGTOW and red pill guys are usually masculine, virtuous, and stable. Now you can't question some red pill guys or whatever, but usually there are those three. There are those three. Now they're trying to say incels, red pill, and MGTOW men are unstable, ugly, and embarrassing. So I know men. Now, me out of my friend group, I was the first red pill mid-tie guy in my friend group. But best to believe, out of my friend groups who were married, who had girlfriends, who had baby mamas, who were getting women, they all came to my side eventually. They saw the nature of women, and there was like, damn, Quabo's right. That's the problem that these modern women don't like to see. We're not getting red pill because women rejected us one time in high school, and now I hate women, or some woman played me. Some men's lives were destroyed. A lot of men who are homeless were married. Go talk to your local homeless man. I promise you, he was probably married before he he was probably married before he got homeless. All his money investments were for his wife and his family, and his wife was like, "Yeah, I'm tired of this. I'm leaving." I promise you. Now, when men actually start opening up and telling how they feel and talking about, see, again, this is why men don't open up, bruh. This is why men don't open up. As soon as we start opening up and talking about how we feel and all that type of stuff, that's when women start shaming us. That's when women start shaming us. And again, this is I would say it's sad, but it's the way of life. I would say it's sad, but it's the way of life for men. We know this already. This was why we don't open up. This is why we don't open up to modern women, because they're gonna kind of ridicule us. They're gonna try and shame us for literally doing what we have to. Oh man! All right.